Today, I have someone with me who I think is a great chess player who has his own science podcast. Did I miss anything, Biswa?
I'm a comedian.
Did movies ever convince you to travel to certain places?
New York, when I landed, no, that place seemed too familiar. I just realized I've seen this in movies so much.
All the time.
Yeah.
The same
and
shot.
like sitcoms and इस सब में आ जाता है.
You mentioned that New Zealand's on your bucket list,
Yeah.
right? Why New Zealand?
Like the flora, fauna, etc. It's like so tropical, but the build is so European and it's so beautiful and pristine. Like wherever you look, it's just Lord of the Rings. हम लोग नायरोबी नेशनल पार्क चले गए. मैं पागल हो गया उधर. लोग ऐसे जीब्रा के लिए एक्साइटेड रहता है. जीब्रा बहुत बोरिंग होता है. Just a donkey with a QR code basically. It's just so boring.
Yeah.
To just go into a proper safari, to go into a lion's territory and just be there. You can totally see why he's called the jungle का राजा.
Yeah.
It's because when he arrives, तुम्हारे अंदर से आता है कि भाई मैं तेरे पैर पड़ जाऊंगा. भाई तू क्या.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Travel, Explore, Celebrate Life. Today I have someone with me who I think is a great chess player, who's a scientist, who has his own science podcast. Did I miss anything, Biswa?
I'm a comedian.
Well, speaking of that, I hear that you're going to London
Yes.
in a couple of days, of course.
Yeah.
By the time this podcast is out, you would have maybe come back from London.
Possible.
But what's happening in London?
London, I'm doing some shows at So Theatre in November, from 1st to 23rd of November. Lots of shows are there. If you live in London, please come. Maybe we'll add a few more shows.
What's happening after London?
After London, I am going to Dublin and then I'm coming back home.
So generally, when you travel like this, is it just you're going to the place, you're doing the shows, practicing, or do you really get time to explore the place?
Sometimes like, you can't stay for a week for one show.
Yeah.
Right? कि अगर तुम चले गए कहीं और एक शो है फ्राइडे को, then you will have something on Sunday, so you have to come back. So sometimes क्या करते हैं कि Thursday को चले जाते हैं, and then you get one night to explore the city.
Yeah.
और फ्राइडे को शो कर लिया, but सुबह भी you can little bit explore the city.
Yeah.
That's good also because
Yeah.
then you can incorporate something that you find into your set.
Yeah.
And then Saturday morning थोड़ा सा घूम के you take a flight and you come back. So it's like you can't do very long travel plans with the shows.
Yeah.
But for example, एक बाली में corporate show आ गया था. So we just extended it by 24 hours, 48 hours जितना भी. And we found a tourist guide and he said एक दिन में जो घुमाने घुमा दे. So one day was show. And show day generally you don't want to like, in the morning you don't want to go too far. You just want to explore something nearby.
Yeah.
So the next day you're technically free.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, I've also heard that you love chess and of course you have this science podcast and math podcast, right? So when you travel, do you look out for all of these science and math based things, or this is just a hobby that you have on the side?
This science podcast I just do because my friend wants to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love science, but traveling at time I don't. Basically, travel में I just like being lost in the place.
Yeah.
कि वहाँ पे पहुँच गए, you can pretend to be somebody else type of energy you can bring. Okay, like कि भाई मैं cool आदमी हूँ जो इधर घूम रहा हूँ. Because India में you are just like मैं इंडिया में घूम रहा हूँ. But if you're in Italy, you're like भाई अगर मैं इटालियन होता तो कैसी जिंदगी होती मेरी. And all of that I like getting lost in thought. कोई पार्क में चले गए, किताब पकड़ के पढ़ने लग गए. कुछ म्यूजिक लगा लिया, फिर अपना बैकग्राउंड ट्रैक इमेजिन करके ऐसा बैकग्राउंड ट्रैक में हम लोग चल के जा रहे हैं. किसी को कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, पर आई जस्ट लाइक दैट फीलिंग ऑफ गेटिंग लॉस्ट इन अनदर कंट्री.
Well, speaking of getting lost, I often like to put our guests on the spot by asking, how many countries have you been to? So have you ever kept count?
Initially I used to keep count, but फिर वो repeat होने लग गया तो फिर मुझे irritate हो गया.
Then you were not interested.
Yeah, because where will you go? Dubai, Singapore, इसमें ही shows होते हैं.
Yeah.
North America तुम चले गए, Canada, UK हो गया, Ireland हो गया. ये तो shows करने के लिए चले जाते हैं. एक बार मैं केन्या चला गया, बाली हो गया, बाली मतलब इंडोनेशिया हो गया. बाकी घूमने के लिए तो 4-5 जगह, जापान कोरिया एक बार चला गया. मतलब आफ्टर पॉइंट कोरिया दोबारा चला गया. for the same. Then I lost count.
So you end up traveling for work, right? That is something
Yeah,
that.
some travel I've done for fun also.
But did you have fun during that travel?
Yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah.
Lots of fun I had. But after a point, if you're just going, getting your passport stamped, doing a show and coming back.
That's not really ticking
Yeah.
off, right?
Then you're not counting that country. Like.
So let's talk about you going there for fun, right? Instead of you going there for actual work. So if I were to ask, like, what are a few destinations that you have on your bucket list? Like, because often today like, I remember when we were doing the Super League podcast, you were like, Neil, today there are more podcasts than people.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Right, like, similar to that, we have more bucket list
लेकिन
today
हम
than...
2 लोग हैं 2 पॉडकास्ट हो गया.
Exactly.
एक और कर लेंगे तो 3 पॉडकास्ट हो गया.
शायद साइंस का भी कर लेंगे. Who
Yeah.
knows? So, like, are there any places on your bucket list that you really want to go to really enjoy?
Man, like वियतनाम जाना है मेरे को. That is on my list.
Why Vietnam?
तो बताता हूँ. पहले मैं जब ट्रैवल करता था ना, मैं एक रूल लगता था कि मैं इंडियन खाना खाऊंगा ही नहीं.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I was like, कल्चर थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा ना. हर दिन बैठ के नान बटर चिकन दबा दोगे तो कैसे चलेगा?
True.
After 7 days in the US, okay, I got so bored, so puk out, that I found a loophole and I started eating Pakistani food, which is technically not Indian food, okay?
Yes, that is good. Yeah.
But then एक बार मैं बे एरिया में मेरा शो था सैन फ्रांसिस्को के पास, एंड आई वाज स्टेइंग एट अ फार अवे एयरबीएनबी, एंड आसपास कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं था. I was just walking around and I found this Vietnamese noodle place. Okay. Then I was like, भाई आज देख लेता हूँ, एक खा लेता हूँ, कुछ खराब ही निकलेगा, फिर कुछ पाकिस्तानी खाना पड़ेगा. I entered and they had this dish called pho, and I tried it and I was so mind blown. I was like, अगर US में इसका वर्जन ये मिल रहा है तो ओरिजिनल कितना अच्छा हुआ है. So that's my only connection. इनफैक्ट मैं दुबई जाता हूँ तो मैं वियतनामीज खाता हूँ. I don't know, मैंने YouTube से देखा है कि they were colonized by the French.
Yes.
So they have taken French soup making techniques and French bread, and they've added Vietnamese ingredients into it.
Yes.
Which is so much fun.
Which is called the banh mi.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's the one.
Have you tried it? There are many
I've tried
places in Mumbai that
BKC.
do
I've tried it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the one that you get there is super cheap and amazing.
Must be amazing. The thing is, but French food is so.
I can't see that, but you can.
It's very bad.
Yeah.
But if you just add some nice ingredients into it, it can become so good. This is my message to French people.
I was watching a video of you doing a show where you were like, okay, like, why are British people still trying to make food? Because one stall will just be jacket potatoes and all that. I quite agree. Like,
dude, like they're selling halloumi fries. Okay, I got very like, something must be. Oh man, it's the worst tasting thing I've put in my mouth ever. I don't know why they're frying it. It's not
but
even good.
Why did you decide to try it?
Because I was like, it's some different type of fries. I'll try it. I put it in my mouth and threw the rest. It's so bad. Anyways, sorry, that's not the point. The point is to have fun and have positive attitude in life. So Vietnam is one. I would like to explore New Zealand properly.
Okay.
I went to Auckland for one day and I did a show and flew back. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I had
a
to go
long
to Australia.
way. That's a long way to go. Yeah.
And then I went to Australia after that. But I could not explore anything. I saw the city, it was very beautiful.
Yeah.
That is one I would like to explore. And properly, like, uske around जो भी है areas वो properly explore करना है. एक और साउथ अमेरिका पूरा कॉन्टिनेंट ही बचा हुआ है.
I remember because the moment I mentioned South America and Antarctica on that Super League podcast, your eyes just lit up and you were like, and it gave me a sense that, okay, you really want to explore South America. But for that, you have to really take out time.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then the food over there is also amazing. So I think that's pretty good. It gives me a sense that you are a foodie and
I love food,
you love food. So what are some food experiences like the pho one that come to your mind that you have really enjoyed?
There are so many. Actually, जब मैं फर्स्ट टाइम कोरिया गया था तो वहाँ पे क्या हुआ, द फर्स्ट डे आई रीच इट वाज क्लोज टू 0 degrees. ओके, एंड इट वाज स्टार्ट स्नोइंग. ओके, तो मैं डर गया कि भाई आज नहीं निकलता हूँ, कल निकलूंगा. स्नो हो रहा है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट डे आई वेक अप, मेरे आईफोन में सिस्टम का अलार्म आ गया. ओके, लाइक सिस्टम नोटिफिकेशन आया है कि निकलना ही नहीं है. ठीक है, कोरियन में लिखा हुआ है. ओके, मैं खाली पढ़ पा रहा हूँ -19 degrees उसमें. ठीक है, क्या हुआ, आई कांट रीड. एंड देन आई वाज लाइक, ठीक है यार, मैं 4 दिन के लिए इधर हूँ, मुझे एक्सप्लोर तो कर लेना चाहिए.
हाँ.
-19 degrees क्या होता है? I didn't even know. Okay. So I stepped out of the hotel. Okay. with my jacket जितना मेरे पास था और thermals वगैरह पहन के, and I stepped out, and within 20 meters I turned back and I came back when my tongue started freezing.
What are you
Okay.
saying? That
Yeah.
cold, huh?
Very cold, and I had no previous experience with any sort of
So
this
you had
cold.
not carried anything or anything for that.
Yeah, I didn't, because
So how did you survive?
so then the hotel was attached to a mall. तो मैं गया उधर, and there's a like thing you have to buy जिसको ऐसे ऐसे करोगे तो like it's a bunch of iron dust and magnet dust.
Yeah.
And then it gives you heat from inside, and it keeps you hot inside. Then I found a contact of a contact there, and he took me out कि वो बोला कि आओ तुमको दिखाता हूँ कुछ कुछ. तो ले गया मेरे को, और वहाँ पे हम लोग कैफे में घुस रहे थे, एक कॉफी टाइप का पी रहे थे थोड़ा सा गर्म होने के लिए. और फिर बाहर जा रहे थे, फिर ऐसा 100 मीटर वॉक किया, फिर एक कैफे में घुस के ऐसा कर रहे थे क्योंकि वो -90 डिग्री से रह रहा था. देन उसने एक कोरियन बारबेक्यू का स्टॉल था, और उसने बोला कि डू यू वांट टू ट्राई दिस.
Awesome.
एंड देन आई हैव नेवर लाइक कोरियन बारबेक्यू. मैंने ये इंडिया में बहुत बार ट्राई किया, मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं था.
Because it's a different vibe over here in India, right? Like I sometimes feel Korean food में MSG ज़्यादा होता है instead of like the sesame oil and all that over here.
तो वहाँ पे my tongue is frozen, and then I put this hot barbecue thing in my mouth, and the whole flavor just bursts in my mouth, and I'm like, I got it, and that's one experience I can never forget.
It's like that nirvana when it comes to or umami. You get.
It was so good.
So you like the spice level.
So I need spice.
So then Southeast Asian food is something you love it.
Yeah. It's
so whether it's Korean, whether it's Thai food and all of that, you love it.
Thailand food, then Indonesian, amazing. Yeah. Actually, Japan, when I went, I thought I'll have sushi there because I had seen one documentary about sushi, and I was like, "Bhai, ये लोग तो crazy कर देते हैं."
Is that same documentary that everyone has seen?
Zero Dreams
of Sushi. Yeah.
So I saw, then I went there and I was like, मेरे को वहाँ पे खाना है. Then they were like, bro, that is booked out till like next year. I was like, okay, I want to book it for the next year and come back. They're like, then you have to stay in a particular hotel. Only the concierge can book it, and it's this much. And then even if you go there, they don't treat foreigners very well. They'll have separate Japanese table, separate foreign. I was like, मेरे को खाना ही नहीं भाई. So on Japan में, every restaurant, I don't know why they are against the concept of more space. Okay, so
only 8 seats. Only 8 seats.
So you have to just line up everywhere. तो एक दिन मैं बहुत पक गया, and I lined up at the shortest line, and I had ramen for the first time in my life, because I've tried in India, and every time I've ordered ramen, I've regretted. I've lived to regret it. But the first time I tried there, I was like, oh, okay, I got it. This is the blueprint. Like, this is what they're trying to copy.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was quite mind-blowing. Like, the chef was making it, etc., etc. And there's a Tokyo में एक जगह है पिस एली करके, उस जो लोग पिस करते थे उधर, पर बाद में उसको अमीर लोगों ने बना दिया कि
they used to get drunk and they used to piss over there, and that's why it got called piss alley. But you know, speaking of Zero Dreams of Sushi, I was talking to, like you said, now you have to stay in a hotel, you have to go through that concierge and all of that. He was like, most of the chefs here really don't like Zero because the documentary actually brought sushi to the world, right? You saw it, I saw it, all foreigners saw it. And there are often these tourists who'll book places and then they'll not rock up. And the Japanese way of working is that, oh, like, you know, it has to be spick and span. If you've booked for 8 o'clock, you have to be there at 8 o'clock. And there were these foreigners who stopped, like who just didn't show up for all of these reservations. That's why they've made it stricter. So I went to one restaurant and I was like, I want a table over here. So they were like, sorry, it's only for members. So I was like, I've really read about your chef. Like, you know, I really want. They're like, yeah, but it's only for members. So then I was like, okay, chalo, membership le lete hai, whatever it is, if we can. So I was like, can I become a member? So they were like, you can only become a member when one of a member dies.
Wow.
That's it. So that is something that I have not seen anywhere.
Who did you kill?
Well, still have to go to Japan, right? And the next time someone will probably go away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I quite agree with you. Like Japan or Southeast Asian food is something that is...
It's mind-blowing.
Right? That is
mind-blowing.
Insane.
वहाँ पे मैंने गलती कर दी. वो ऐसा बोला कि स्पाइस लेवल क्या रखना है. मैं बोला भाई पेल के डाल दो भाई स्पाइस, ठीक है, जितना है डाल दो. Oh man, they are even more spice tolerant than Indian
Than
people.
us, yes.
वो चिली ही बना दिया उसको पूरा चीज को. Then I was like, भाई एक और दे दो प्लीज, इसको वापस ले लो, etc etc. So yeah, I think spice is the key.
Of course, I think traveling is all about missing it. And
Yeah.
the reason I was happy that you decided to come on our podcast is because you've traveled the world. And
Little bit, yeah.
I think when you are trying to make people laugh, which is your profession, right? You end up meeting people from different cultures, and often humor is perceived very differently in different cultures. Have you also felt that in
मैं जहाँ भी जाता हूँ उधर इंडियन लोग आते हैं शो देखने के लिए.
that's it. Indians are everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
think
did 1 month in Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It was just Indian people. So I don't know how other cultures perceive comedy. But one interesting thing about food I find is that it's the only art that you can consume very viscerally. Like
yeah.
it's कैसे बोले कि कोई 500 साल पहले बिरयानी का जो मजा ले रहा था, you can still enjoy the same
Feel
thing,
that.
right? So that's quite amazing for me.
It's quite evident that you really like your food.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't show, but you really like your food. What about India?
I digest well, bro.
What about India? Like, what have some of your experiences in India been like? Of course, you've been all over the place, right?
India में तो I just mostly what happens is the comedians in each city. Okay, if you go for a show, somebody will come and open the show. Somebody will be there at the venue, etc. And they always have a favorite place.
Yeah.
So in Calcutta, it used to be Jai Hind Dhaba. So हमारा show खत्म होते होते 10:30-11 बज जाता है.
Easy.
And then to leave also it takes half an hour. So there are only very limited amount of places that are open after that and serving good food. So Calcutta we used to eat at Jai Hind Dhaba. Very good. Okay, I have tried multiple places. Of course, Siraj Arslani, सब मतलब जो भी है try किया हुआ है. So it's very limited by that कि जो बाकी शहरों में जो whatever I've tried, no, like I'll say random shit and people will hate me, but like Chennai में ITC Chola has the best food. Like who is going to believe this when I say this? They have a restaurant called Avartana, I think that's what it's called. Beautiful, amazing food, also open till late. So like that criteria is always there. Bangalore, of course, I like Nagarjuna.
Yeah, very good,
yeah. Hyderabad I've recently discovered Shag House.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, one of my friends was like, bro, you want spicy biryani and you want to cry the entire way through.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like that.
Yeah.
Then it took me to the place, and then some 200 rupees you get biryani for your lifetime supply type level. It is very, very good.
You know, I love airplanes, okay? I love aircrafts, and I'm very nerdy about it. Like yesterday saw a 747. I was like, oh, this is a 37-year-old 747. I was very interested when like I heard about your side, which loves math, which loves chess, which loves science. So, and of course, after you quit your job many years ago, you had this amazing channel that all of us used to watch on YouTube where you do movie reviews, right? And like, did movies ever convince you to travel to certain places?
Movies? मैं देखता ही नहीं हूँ actually.
Just did the reviews, huh?
I have only watched the movies that I have reviewed. I'm honestly telling you. I don't know, it's not diagnosed or anything, but I think I have severe ADHD. मैं 5 मिनट में बोर होकर बंद कर देता हूँ. I just put some random YouTube video and I watch.
That's it.
Yeah, but ऐसा हो सकता है. Like वो New York when I landed, no, that place seemed too familiar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I have never been here. Why does it seem so familiar? And I just realized I've seen this in movies so much.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
The same
and
shot.
like sitcoms and ये सब में आ जाता है, Friends वगैरह में आ जाता है.
So do you feel like you've traveled to the place even before you've been there?
Yeah, deja vu type का हो जाता है वहाँ पे कि
I think New York has that feeling,
Yeah.
like New York, London. I guess I think I saw more of London in Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum than like, you know, until I had actually moved there for a couple of months and all of that.
Yeah.
You mentioned that New Zealand's on your bucket list,
Yeah.
right? Why New Zealand?
Bro, I don't know. That place is weird. Like, it feels like it should be in Europe, but because of how it's built, but also it is so not anything like the flora, fauna, etc. It's not. It's like so tropical,
Yeah.
but the built is so European.
Yeah.
And the cities look so European. और रात को ठंडा हो जाता है, सुबह चमड़ी जल जाता है, which is just it's crazy, and it's so beautiful and pristine. Like wherever you look, it's just Lord of the Rings. It's very good. So, and I've heard from my friends that it's a very fun experience to just drive through and
just like the adventure capital is what we call it.
Yeah.
One reason why I like New Zealand is, one, I'm petrified of snakes, and New Zealand is the only country where there are no snakes at all. Now New Zealand done, you mentioned Vietnam also. What other places? South America तो है
भाई. मेरे को मसाई मारा जाना है एक बार तो. ओके, बिकॉज वो केनिया में जब हम लोग 1-2 दिन के लिए शो करने के लिए गए थे, हम लोग नायरोबी नेशनल पार्क चले गए. मैं पागल हो गया उधर. ठीक है, लोग ऐसे जीब्रा के लिए एक्साइटेड रहता है. जीब्रा बहुत बोरिंग होता है. जीब्रा बोर कर देता है भाई. इट्स जस्ट
it's just standing there.
Yeah, it's just a donkey with a QR code basically. It's just so boring. But giraffe, it's mind blowing to just see a giraffe in real life.
Yeah.
It's like, भाई ये क्या चीज है भाई? It just stands and then it walks, and then we waited for a lion for like some 1 hour, and then suddenly कहीं से information आता है कि इधर lion है, and then all the safari jeeps like they start moving towards that direction. And this was not even like the best of their national parks.
Yeah,
and we're
it's
there
just,
for just
just there.
6 hours we're there, and then lion हमको दिख गया, वो भी थोड़ा सा ही दिखा. उसके बाद हम लोग गए, बहुत सारे vultures बैठे हुए हैं, something. And I was just like in that place for only 6 hours, but it's sort of a spiritual thing, which is like, because you're not seeing any buildings, you're not seeing anything. And अभी zoo में तुम जाओगे, लायन देखोगे बैठा हुआ है सुगड़ा सा.
Correct.
Okay, ठीक है, खा रहा है, कुछ दिया हुआ है उसको.
Yeah.
He's not showing his power. But in the safari, I felt like I am in the zoo and it's in the lion's territory.
Yeah.
Which is very humbling.
Exactly.
At a soul level.
I think many people say that when it comes to Masai Mara or any of the places in Kenya or Tanzania, that you are in their territory. That's why you have to be very slow and you have to be patient, like that. So is wildlife a thing that you like, or is it just
I have
that
only experienced it once only, but I know I want to do it again, because it's unlike any other travel you'll do in your life.
Yeah.
To just go into a proper safari, to go into a lion's territory,
Yeah.
and just be there, it is so मतलब soul humbling.
Yeah.
कि भाई ये क्या चीज है ये लायन यार. और उसको तो देखने के लिए, मतलब you can totally see why he's called the jungle का राजा.
Yeah.
It's because when he arrives, you just
It's that majestic feeling or something like that, right?
तुम्हारे अंदर से आता है कि भाई मैं तेरे पैर पड़ जाऊंगा भाई, तो क्या चीज है यार. So that is one. North Korea I want to go to. Anyway, North Korea I just want to go for the street
worth
cred.
it. Like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, you go to, you're sitting with your friends, and then some new person comes, and then no topic of conversation. They're like, this guy went to North Korea. Like, I have to go into North Korea. No, great conversation.
I mean, worth it. Like, North Korea is something that everyone keeps talking about.
Anyways, it's just a joke. Yeah, Antarctica, I'm interested, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it. It's like...
लेके जाएंगे. But like how you talk about zebras, right? Sometimes I say that about penguins also, where you see so many penguins in Antarctica. First day you're like, oh wow, penguins. But by the 5th day you're like, okay, enough of penguins. That's too much. You travel a lot, and when we travel a lot, you often start seeing different observations of like certain things that irritate you, what other people are doing at airports or in airlines and all of that. So do you have any pet peeves like that?
भाई मेरे को पहले लगता था ये जो फ्लाइट लैंड होते ही लोग खड़े हो जाते हैं. इट्स अ वेरी इंडिया स्पेसिफिक फिनोमिनन. ओके, एक बार यूएस में फ्लाइट लैंड हुआ, सारे ही खड़े हो गए. मैं बोला फालतू का मैं अपने देश को गाली दे रहा. That is one thing I never understand. कि why do you want to board so fast? भाई तुम्हारा सीट अलॉटेड है. ओके, लगेज अगर फिट नहीं होगा तो वो लोग करा देंगे फिट भाई. एंड व्हाई डू वांट टू डीबोर्ड सो फास्ट? क्या हो जाएगा, जाके लगेज बेल्ट पे वेट ही करना है. सो दैट इज वेरी अनोइंग. देन अनदर थिंग आई रियली हेट इज लाइक इमिग्रेशन काउंटर 4 किलोमीटर दूर है, लोग अपना डॉक्यूमेंट सजाना चालू करते हैं. भाई कुछ नहीं होगा भाई, वो भी इंसान है. तुम बात करोगे, समझा दोगे तो हो जाएगा काम, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. एयरपोर्ट पे ऑफ कोर्स फ्लाइट डिलेज एंड फ्लाइट कैंसिलेशन हेडेक दैट आई हेट. I think now it has so become that if you go into the lounge, you have less space than if you just go to the gate and sit. Okay, like
Everyone has a credit card. Everyone has a priority
yeah.
pass.
So I mean, not to be elitist or anything, it's just
I
I
think
just go to the gate.
it's cooler to be at the gate than at the lounge now.
Yeah, it's that. I hate this one thing which is like कुछ कुछ क्रेडिट कार्ड्स होता है, उसमें तुमको एक पास मिल जाता है कि ये 180 एयरपोर्ट्स अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, एंड देन मेन एयरपोर्ट पे नहीं है.
Yeah.
ओके, लाइक कुछ रैंडम एयरपोर्ट पे उसका कुछ है. डोंट सेल मी दिस, नो. देन व्हाई आर यू सेलिंग मी
It's
दिस?
in the fine print, right?
Yeah.
It's in the fine. Like Heathrow, you'll not have that lounge.
दैट्स द
right?
थिंग, वेयर यू नीड इट, जिधर सबसे ज्यादा फ्लाइट डिले होगा, कैंसिलेशन होगा.
Yeah.
That I hate this, bro. This if you and your luggage are together, it's great. Or once you lose it, once I lost it, then I have called 3 months. It didn't come back, so I had to call every department of Ireland government, and I found out that flight is under somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
The cargo is under somebody. The airport is under somebody. But the lost luggage is under no department. Okay. It is an independent entity in our
By
civilization.
itself. By itself. Could be in Timbuktu also.
Yeah. Nobody has jurisdiction over it. Then I put on Instagram saying, does anybody work at Dublin airport who can help me? And then one guy was like, yeah. And I'm volunteering. On Thursday, I can go get your bag.
Did you find it finally?
So that guy said, I'll go and get it on Thursday. And on Thursday, he went and got it. And he sent me a photo saying, is this your bag? I said, yes. And then he sent both the bags. He took both the bags and went to the, like, whatever, DLH or what is that? DHL, yeah.
हाँ.
DHL counter and said कि भाई भेज दो, मैं इसमें पता चिपका के तुमको दे रहा हूँ. And then one went to London and another went to Berlin. I'm tracking them. These 2 suitcases were handed over together, are coming through 2 different immigration routes. And then they came to India and they got stuck in customs here. Okay, and I went to the customs officer. They said, is it cargo or is it luggage? I said, it is luggage which has now become cargo because I am outside the airport and it's inside the airport. So it was like they have 2 different checkout processes and they don't have, like if it's a lost luggage, after 48 hours, its status changes. ठीक है. अब वो बोले उसके अंदर क्या है? मैंने बोला भाई कुछ नहीं है, बस मुझे चाहिए मेरे ईगो के लिए, उसमें बस कपड़े हैं और कुछ नहीं है. लिस्ट मांग रहे ये सब. देन बहुत मुश्किल से उसको निकाल के लाया और उसमें एक ही एक्सपेंसिव आइटम था, वो एक परफ्यूम था, चुरा लिया किसी ने बीच में. So if
What are you saying?
Yeah, it's gone. So if you lose your luggage,
Guys, better lock your bags.
yeah, oh, there's no point to locking your bags. Every suitcase has a
The TSA thing,
yeah,
right?
TSA
Like it
thing. They
be
can open it.
Yeah,
and take
yeah,
it. So guys, if you're together with your luggage, then enjoy life. If your luggage is lost, then
Now, over the last half an hour, we've been talking about many other things. Is there anything you would like to leave our listeners with? Because like people love you, people follow you and all of that.
oh my god, no.
yes. And like when people are traveling, right,
Yeah.
you know, how should you better enjoy your holiday?
Yeah, man, it's a very good question. First of all, I think the first thing is become rich. Like,
Good point.
Yeah, like I have seen rich people travel so much easier, dude. फर्स्ट क्लास में बैठ जाते हैं, 5 स्टार होटल में बैठ जाते हैं और अच्छा गाड़ी ले लेते हैं, उससे तो आधा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व भी हो जाता है. Hope one day, I also hope to one day fly first class and shit. It'll be fun. Anyways, but actually I just think like little हम लोग थोड़ा सा एडवेंचरस और पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड के साथ अगर जाएंगे ना, तो वी हैव ऑलवेज हैव मोर फन देन इफ वी गो विथ द फियर कि पता नहीं वो देश कैसा होगा, उधर खाना मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, ये होटल से. एंड एक्चुअली द अदर रियल थिंग इज I don't do anything. That's why I have no ownership to say this. But my wife and sister-in-law do a lot of research. Like they put in the hours to find
That's
out,
awesome.
yeah, the best deals.
They are doing the work for you.
Yeah. That's why I'm not taking ownership of this one. But I've seen that what they do is just watch n number of vlogs, and then they just go through TripAdvisor a lot, and like this is a year in advance they start doing for the kicks of getting the best deal.
Yeah.
And they would figure out कि अच्छा यहाँ पे इस time पे यहाँ पे ये हो, and please avoid during peak tourist season all places of this universe. Like cherry blossoms in Japan चले गए तो भाई मतलब सब चीज़ महंगा हो जाता है, सब कुछ हो जाता
You
है.
have to wait in line for 2 hours for everything and all of that. I quite
Just
agree.
go off season, just and if you plan well, na, budget is never a constraint.
Yeah.
Like in any budget you can have a lot of fun if you just plan well, research well, and go off season
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. So I don't have any such tips, but all I can say is like थोड़ा सा उनका कल्चर के अंदर घुसने का कोशिश किया जाए तो हिट एंड मिस होता है, बट मजा भी आता है.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Biswa, for coming on the show. Well, we loved hearing about food and everything that you do. Good luck for London, Dublin, Dubai, and wherever you go to.
Thank you.
We'll keep listening to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on Travel Explore Celebrate Life.
Thank you, दोस्तों. Bye bye. See you later.